I am in the Carnarvon Gorge National Park. 82,000 square kilometres of spectacular sandstone cliffs and gorges. Join us as we explore and hike through some of these amazing spots and walks here in one of the wonders of Central Queensland, Australia. The history of the Carnarvon Gorge, of course, goes back thousands of years, but when it comes to Europeans and the great adventurers, the explorers, Ludwig Leichhardt came through the eastern side of Carnarvon Gorge in 1844. 2 years later, it was Mitchell, the explorer, in their quest to find the inland sea, who came through the western side. And it was Mitchell who named it Carnarvon Gorge after some mountains in Wales. Kennedy also came through this area in those exploration years and noted that there were numerous Aboriginal tribes and communities throughout the area. But in terms of it being a national park for modern day enjoyment, it became a national park in 1932. And it wasn't until the 1960s that national parks put in ranges and made it more accessible for the general community to come and walk and enjoy the wonders of this remarkable part of Central Queensland. Okay, here we have it, folks. Linda and I are going to try and do the main gorge walk all in one day. We're going to go here from the visitor centre all the way through to Big Bend and back. The strategy is to walk all the way to the end as quickly as possible, and then on the way back enjoy all the sights. So this is the fourth time we've done it. This is the second time I've used this strategy. It kind of works because it's a long day. You end up doing 22 to 24 Ks. So off we go. We're ready for the big day.
Oh, it just... You see, they just dropped something out of his mouth.
I don't know if folks, you see all the crossing numbers. This is a little warning about how many times we cross Carnarvon Creek. So it's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning. We've been going about an hour and a quarter. We're speeding along. We've done about 5.5 Ks. We're racing along to get to the other end and slow down on the way back. So we cross Carnarvon Creek over and over and over and over again. For those of you interested, the rainfall from this area, Carnarvon Creek runs to the Comet River into the Fitzroy River and goes out to sea at Rockhampton. On the western side of the range, it becomes the Warrego River, which heads south, or the Barcoo, which heads north and then west through Tambo and Blackall and Isisford and ends up in Cooper Creek, which runs into Lake Eyre. So this is the significance of this spot in terms of rainfall and rivers and our natural habitat. Pig tracks and pig diggings. More pigs than humans in Australia, damaging our environment.
River crossings, as predicted by moi. You were wrong, Brandon Chapman.
Linda and I had a guessing comp about how many river crossings, and she guessed 17 and I guessed 16. It'd be funny if there's 18 or 19, but we are coming to the end. She was right. 17 crossings. Here we are. Big Bend. So 10.5k, 17 crossings, taking us 2.5 hours. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, time for a snack. And what we do is we'll go and see the site. So this main gorge is like a big vein, and we'll do the arterials on the way back and show you some of that. Linda and I have come into Boolimba Gorge after the Big Bend. This is one of the first arteries on the way back, and it's just a gorge that just narrows and just goes on for ages and ages and ages. Snakes around. Magnificent, really. Imagine being in here in an enormous flash flood. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, I've come in here about more than a kilometre now, and I think it might go all the way through to Tambo or Gathera or WA. Might turn back soon. Well, our next stop was Cathedral Cave, a meeting place, a place of ceremony for the Aboriginal people of this area. Spectacular cliff face, which also includes rock art, a sacred spot. How sensational is this? A pool in Carnarvon Creek. That's not a bad setting, is it? We are at the art gallery, seen as a storyboard, a history, a photo album, cultural narratives about life for the local people. Our spot for lunch list is Ward's Canyon, and having been here before, it's a real shame that there's been flood damage to Ward's Canyon because it's an absolute cracker. It's up that way with a bit of a waterfall and some great rock scenery, but recent flooding, and of course I don't think the budget's real big in national parks to solve problems like, you know, Lawn Hill's out of action for up to 18 months. So, you know, governments don't throw money at this stuff to solve them quickly. There you go. That tree is a Killahole village. We're coming up to Amphitheatre Rock. What I'm always fascinated with some of these things is that how did someone discover it in the first place? Who bothered to walk in through here?
Camera's running hot.
Yep. Yep. Getting dizzy. Build your life upon the rock, the good book says. Okay, we've just come out of Moss Gardens. All the little special bits and pieces along the vein of Carnarvon Creek are done. And so it's just 2.8 kilometres back to the visitor centre. And we'll be done on our long day. I'll give you the full stat when we get to the end. Your beauty last crossing. Nearly there. Haha. Okay, we're done. Back to the car park. Cruiser up there. Here we go. It's nearly 28.5 k's, 7 hours 50. 28.5 k's, 7 hours 50. That includes all stops. I didn't stop the thing. And we left at 7:45 and it's nearly 3:30 in the afternoon. Sore feet, worth it all. In Carnarvon Gorge here, one of the lesser known walks but completely spectacular is the Mickey Creek walk. Linda and I have been here 4 times to Carnarvon Gorge, not for 9 years, but I reckon the first time we came here we overlooked this walk, but it's a ripper. So let's go and explore it. It's 1.5 k's through to the other end. Well, here we are on our Mickey Creek Gorge walk. We're following Linda's rule when doing creek exploration. Go as far as you can. So we're off piste here, and we quite like to go off piste. It's P-I-S-T-E, and we're going as far as we can. I think it's starting to get a little restricted here in Mickey Creek Gorge, and we'll see how much further we can go. Bit of spider walk territory. Check out my video on Outback Bound on Carragini and you'll see the spider walk, one of the greatest places on the planet. Carragini, the best place you've never heard of. Catch it out on Outback Bound.
Alright, it's serious spider walk territory or it's turnaround time.
You reckon, what have we done? We've gone about 500 metres since the end of the trail. We might be at the end.
I think we're officially done. It's too tricky now, sadly.
A couple of middle-aged folks. We're not 19 anymore, so that'll do us.
If we were teenagers, maybe.
We live to fight another day.
Yes.
Time for Warrambar Creek Gorge. It's narrowing. The intrepid traveller. Uh-oh. Another spider walk. Oh, impressive. And away she goes.
I'm over that I need help with, so I'm either at the end or my knight in shining armour has to come rescue me.
I know what the viewers want.
This is where I need help.
I'm here to
My
help.
knight in shining armour. I made it up here. It's pretty flat here, but then there's some logs to walk over it, which I probably could do, but seeing as my knight can't get up here on his own, I might call that the end. It's been very fun.
I go back, great walk, great reward for effort. 4.5 k's. Brilliant. Carnarvon Gorge is a winner. Well, we are now doing the Boolimba Bluff Lookout Walk. So it's 6.4 kilometres return from the visitor centre. We're going to be climbing about 200 metres of elevation to give us a macro, a bird's eye view of the Carnarvon Gorge National Park. So up we go. If you're wondering about the steepness of this climb, well, we've got to get up to the top of that. So we end up on a plateau up there on a lookout, so we've got to find a way in and up there. Here we are, I reckon. Here's the crevasse that we've got to get up to get to the top. Okay, you think you can get me to the top, dear?
Nope. I'm hoping to get me to the top though.
There'll be no problem with that.
Every man for himself.
Oh, I thought we were a team, babes. I thought we were a team.
It's very steep.
That's not me puffing, that's Linda. Here she comes. It's like climbing the Hillary Step, isn't it? By the way, check out my YouTube, two Aussies trek to Everest Base Camp at Outback Bound. Tough, steep climb, rugged, huh? Just like they warned.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Exhausted.
Just makes you want to come up here. Steep bit done, so now it plateaus over the top to the other side, the southern side, for the lookout. Made it. Boolimba Lookout. Great walk, a little weary, back to the car. 8.6 from the car to Boolimba Lookout and return. After a couple of walks, time for a cup of tea. Down to the rock pool. Well, we've come down to the rock pool and there was a platypus. So here's some footage, even though you can probably hardly see it. That's why we're whispering, because platypuses only come to whispers. Very shy. Quite rare. Hey, yeah, thanks for watching our 2 days of highlights here in Carnarvon Gorge in Central Queensland. A spectacular place. Some great walks, worth the effort to come out here and do it. Like and subscribe at Outback Bound. You'll find videos. We've just recently crossed the Simpson Desert, been to Mission Beach, been from Birdsville and beyond, been to the Kimberley, and there's even videos in Nepal from Everest Base Camp. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed us here bringing you the wonders of Carnarvon Gorge.